You knew what you wanted.
Not only that, I knew that I wanted. I stopped the fear from the past, making me make the same decisions over and over again.
Okay, this is Rodolfo Vargas, and we have
Cecilia Vargas.
And today we're going to be talking about step number five, about how we became a millionaire. The first time we became a millionaire. And one of the topics is number 5, which is getting over bad experiences. So getting over your past. So what's your take on that one?
Well, I think that we are born and then we're raised with somebody else's beliefs, right? So as we got older and we decided that we wanted to go build financial independence, we realized that the beliefs that we were raised with, a lot of those beliefs, they needed to change, since we don't come from a wealthy family.
Do you have a specific one?
I will say, the typical, and I don't think that was even I don't even think that it was from my parents, but going to school, just feeling guilty about making money, because we will do a lot of excursions to go see the poor, and then I will feel guilty that actually I had money and that actually I had food on my table. And the typical, yes, my grandma will be like, you gotta eat everything because there's somebody else in the world starving, and making you feel guilty about having wealth.
One of the reasons why I believe that we were able to expand the business was because we built a team, right? We got a lot of people. We started having 100, then 1,000, then 2,000, and people that are in charge of us, and that requires leadership. But I remember there was a time when Ceci and I decided not to have a team anymore.
Yes.
And that was early in our career, because what happened was this. So I was working with this person, and I'm building this person. I'm working with this person that, let's just say I'm a leader, and I'm building this person to become not only sales, but a sales leader. So I'm developing this person, and this person decided not to go through it. They decided to quit, okay? So the problem was, because that person decided to quit, I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop building the agency because this person quit. And I was bringing on board new people at that time. That was in the past, and I was not believing in people. I was not giving my best, because at the end I was thinking, you know what, that person's gonna quit anyway, so why am I gonna build this person?
Yeah.
So I had to go through this past. That person, my past doesn't determine my future. Just because I had a bad experience with somebody doesn't determine that I'm gonna build and I'm gonna work with a new person. So because I was able to delete the past, not delete it, overcome the past experience, I decided to build a big agency, and I decided to build other people, and to have other sales leaders that became way better than the person that quit.
Yeah.
What else?
I think that when we allow the past to determine our present, right? We're in the state of coming from fear.
Fear. Mm-hmm.
Where that doesn't produce. Fear doesn't produce fear. I remember hearing this chapter from Earl Nightingale several times a day for about a year or so, that it talks about how people don't think, and how fear is crippling. And that really stuck to me as I was listening to that throughout an entire year. I remember listening to it every day. It's a short clip, and it will say fear is crippling, and meaning fear makes you be stuck. Fear paralyzes you. Fear makes you not want to produce more. So when every time that we're having something from the past stopping us, it's coming from a place of fear versus a place of creation, because faith is creation. Faith is a hope, right? So anything like that will stop you from growth. But I think that the biggest one for me was attempting something in the business and then failing, and then thinking that things were gonna be the same moving forward in the future. One of my biggest ones was the first hires for our staff. Like that was a big struggle for me, hiring somebody, then finding out this person wasn't a fit for us. They didn't have a vision. They didn't see themselves long term. And we just wondering, how does these companies actually do it? How do they build culture on someone and find people that are loyal to the vision, that is not only a job for them? And going over hiring one person and then going through the same having to fire or letting go of someone that was working for us, that was a big struggle on me hiring the next person. I would be like, oh, it's gonna be just the same. Versus when I change it, I remember the minute that I changed it. When I changed it was, I wrote down the description of the person that I was looking for. And I was very clear with that new hire moving forward. This is what I'm looking for. This is not only the skills that I'm looking for, but this is the personality. This is where we're going. And I was started being so clear about it that we actually started to attract an amazing
because you know what you wanted. You know what you wanted.
Not only that, I knew that I wanted. I stopped the fear from the past, making me make the same decisions over and over again. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna tell you the way that I do it. Okay, the way that I do it. You know, have you ever been mad or angry and you don't know why?
Like all the time.
No. Like, so I wonder sometimes. This is the way that I do it. Right? You just say, we're in the middle of the afternoon or the middle of the morning.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I
that happens to you very often, by the way.
I'm annoyed, right? I'm mad. I'm angry.
Why does that happen to you? I wonder all the time.
So I'm gonna tell you why. So
side story. Let me tell a side story.
So go ahead.
So we have our two kids, Enzo and we have Milo. Enzo has extremely similar personality to Rodolfo. Enzo is this cute baby that smiles, he's happy about life, but when he doesn't get it his way, he doesn't cry or fuss. He's going to be angry, and you can see the anger, like you can see that he's an angry baby. He make noises like like since he was very little, like this is his personality, and I think he gets that from me.
I find out why I was angry. So I find out, and then I can explain it. So I find out why. Angry comes from fear.
Okay.
For example, let's just say I'm angry because of a video. I'm angry because something happened in the business. It's because it's just fear that maybe the video is not going to come right. Maybe you think about fear that we're not going to be able to grow the company. You know what I mean? It's fear. Angry comes from fear. So now I understand when somebody is also angry, that person doesn't mean they're angry. I have this person that I don't have to, but I have this person in the team that is mostly very angry. But I've been able to work with this person. You're smiling. You know, this person is very angry. But I know how to work with this person because this person, all he's saying is, I have fear, man. I'm fearful, yes. You know. Anyway, so the key is this. Okay, this is what
I have something else I want to
yes,
share.
Please go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish that thought.
So
how do you do it?
The way that I control the past is I learn to be aware of my thinking. You know, many of us we're not aware of what we're thinking. Most of us were not aware of it. So what are your thoughts? What are you feeding? What question you're asking to yourself? Do you have questions? Most people, we go through life without awareness. We're not thinking. We're not processing. So the way in the morning, hey, why am I mad? Why did I watch? What did I see? I got it. I was mad because
you just changed my life right now.
you changed your life. Yes. But I was mad because I was watching the phone and I was watching this Facebook or I was watching the news and I was just disappointed. Okay, so anyway.
I get it. You just changed my life. That's why I'm laughing.
Why?
Because that happens to me quite often, and I think that if I were to you just gave me like a big hack, because if I just go back and think like, oh yeah, I know the times that I've done it, that I think like, oh, it was that video that I watched, or it was that person that I just spoke to, then you're You
Yes,
just do
so-
better
so I go
because
back.
you
What am I
realize
mad?
you
What
don't
am-
want that to condition the rest of your behavior
Correct.
throughout the day.
So you need to be aware of your thinking. So many stories. Why am I mad? Oh, I'm mad because my dad used to get mad by the same thing. So we become aware.
You know what it changed me when we talking about this topic. I remember talking to our mentor, and he's saying, when something bad happens to you, immediately call 3 people and give them good news. Yeah.
That's what you do?
That's what I did back then. I haven't done it in a long time. But that's what I did. That's what I did to stop. Whenever I wanted, I didn't want things from the past to affect what I'm doing right now. Right. So when something will not go my way, rather than continue to make that decision and going through the spiral throughout the day, I need to change this right now. If not,
Right.
more things are going to keep on going wrong.
So for me, it's to be aware what I'm thinking, and if something, let's just say, it's not going my way. So let's just say I'm doing something and I don't know why. So I go, okay, why do I feel like this? Who did it? What did I watch? What have I done? Does it come from me? Does it come from my parents? Does it come from my family? Does it come because I watched something that I was not supposed to watch on Facebook, this news or Instagram, whatever,
Yeah.
and it's distracting me? So don't judge the future. Sometimes we're mad, we don't know what we're having a bad day, and maybe you're just having a bad day because you haven't had the coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or maybe you haven't had your routine, or maybe you haven't done your prayer. So be aware of your thoughts.
So let me give you this one that I think that totally applies to this topic. Because if you want to create wealth, if you want to become really rich, right? If you want to make your first million, this is what we're talking about here on this series.
We're not talking necessarily just wealth. We're just talking about how do we make the first million.
How do we make our first million?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that people, when they go, and especially for couples, this is an advice for couples. When couples decide to work together or not, or why people decide not to work together, it's a lot because of fears that are imposed, not only necessarily from the environment, but a lot from the past too. Maybe in the past they see that it didn't work, husband and wife working together, or they've heard, the environment tells them that they've heard that husband and wife don't go work well together. Well, I think that when a husband and wife, they decide to run a business together, or to go towards a goal together, a financial goal together, if they're very transparent with each other, that's what actually creates wealth, rather than to pulling different ways. Meaning, we going in business together. This is not what our business is. Not what I wanted to do with passion. Like you were the one that brought it into the table, and I was an architect. I wanted to be an architect. I love construction. I love remodeling, and that's what I wanted to do back then. And I remember battling for the first years of our career on I don't know, this is not my passion, and not giving it all. The minute that I decided to go all in, seeing it I initially saw it like a job, I'm gonna just go work with my husband as a job, and I am going to, and then from there it started to become my business too. That year that I made that transition, it was like we were now in tone, in the same page, laser focus, and we climb up to that $1 million so fast because we were both really working towards one goal together, rather than me trying to build my business here and you doing your business on your own. It's mastermind.
That's right.
It's mastermind. So I think that the fear from failing as husband and wife, a lot of people think, I don't know if this is long term, if we're gonna get a divorce. I don't know if if this actually works, because I've heard that it could go terrible, right? Yes, that is real, that it could go completely terrible. But I think that for our experience working as a husband and wife, and for what I've seen other husband and wives working together, when you decide to go all in as a husband and wife, things work out even better than what you thought that they were going to work out.
I agree. When I talk to people, we're talking about these past experiences, right? I talk to people and I said, why did you want to do sales? People said, because I tried and it didn't work. Or because I heard my parents told me sales is not good. Or why don't you want to do whatever, right? Real estate, insurance, we do insurance. Why did you want to do insurance? Oh, because I know a friend who tried and didn't work, or I tried in the past with another company, didn't work. So basically, a lot of people, they want to base a future success. They don't have the future success because of the bad experiences that they had in the past.
They keep on all of those fears stopping them.
Correct. Instead of thinking, you know what, I can learn sales.
Yeah.
I can learn how to build a team. I can learn something new, a new industry. Why not? We're different human beings. We can learn something new. We can delete the past experience, like relationships. Some people say, I don't believe, how many women you hear, I don't believe in men anymore.
Yeah.
Why?
Rather than
they don't believe. I don't believe in love
one
anymore.
guy.
I don't believe in women anymore. It's just because a person, a bad experience, but you don't know. You're just setting yourself for failure instead of thinking. If you open to new experiences, you don't know what the future holds for you. Maybe something great is about to happen to you.
In life is about that. About if you don't run the risk, there's no way to win.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's the past experience. But I'm telling you, everybody, if you're able to be aware and dominate those thoughts, I promise you the future looks so bright for you. So many good things can happen to you. Whether you go into business, whether relationships, so many good things can happen to you. So one of the best points was delete your past. Don't judge your future based on your past experiences. So with that being said, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and post over there the comments what you wanted to talk about. So this is Cecilia Vargas and Rodolfo Vargas.
Yes, remember to share, like, and subscribe.
Bye-bye.